In a remote, fog-shrouded valley, nestled between rugged mountains, lies a forsaken cemetery where few dare to tread after dusk. It is a place steeped in legends of restless spirits and malevolent forces. Alex, a 19-year-old deeply grieving the loss of his father, is drawn to this eerie graveyard, where his father's remains have been laid to rest. His father's death has left a void in Alex's heart that he cannot fill, and he refuses to leave his father alone, even in death. The story begins with Alex attending his father's funeral, surrounded by family and friends who urge him to leave the cemetery before nightfall. However, Alex is determined to stay by his father's grave, feeling an overwhelming need to be close to him. Despite their warnings, Alex dismisses their concerns, believing that the fear of the cemetery is just superstitious nonsense. As dusk falls, the last of the mourners depart, leaving Alex alone with his thoughts. He reads from his father's favorite book, hoping to find solace, but instead, he is met with an unsettling silence that envelopes the cemetery. The air grows cold, and an oppressive feeling of dread begins to creep in. Just as Alex is about to leave, he hears a faint whisper, a sound so soft it could be mistaken for the wind. But this whisper carries with it a sense of urgency, a plea for help. Alex freezes, his heart pounding as he listens intently. The whisper grows louder, forming words that send a chill down his spine. "Help me." Terrified but curious, Alex searches for the source of the voice and finds himself standing before an old, neglected grave adjacent to his father's. The name on the tombstone has been violently scratched off, leaving only deep, jagged marks. Alex is drawn to the grave, feeling an inexplicable connection to it. As night fully descends, Alex begins to experience vivid, horrifying visions. He sees a beautiful woman, Eleanor, in a flowing white dress, standing over the grave. Her face is twisted with sorrow and rage. In the vision, Eleanor is betrayed by a man she loved deeply, a betrayal that led her to make a pact with dark forces. She cursed the man and his descendants, condemning them to lives filled with misery and pain. The vision shifts to Eleanor's death, an agonizing, drawn-out affair as she is tormented by the very forces she once commanded. As she dies, she vows to haunt the bloodline of her betrayer until her curse is fulfilled. In the days that follow, Alex is haunted by the memories of his vision. He delves into local legends and uncovers the truth. Eleanor was a powerful witch who cursed her lover's family centuries ago. The curse has plagued his descendants, each one meeting a tragic and untimely end. To his horror, Alex discovers that he is the last living descendant of the man who betrayed Eleanor. The whispers from the grave grow louder each night, transforming into agonizing screams. The line between reality and nightmare blurs as Alex is drawn deeper into the curse's grasp. His once peaceful nights turn into torment as Eleanor's spirit visits him, showing him the fates of his ancestors, each more gruesome than the last. Unable to escape the curse, Alex becomes obsessed with finding a way to break it. He returns to the cemetery every night, despite the increasingly violent and terrifying encounters. Eleanor's spirit grows stronger, her appearances more frequent and horrifying. She manipulates Alex's mind, showing him visions of his father being tortured in the afterlife as part of her vengeance. The townspeople begin to notice Alex's erratic behavior. He becomes a recluse, shunning all human contact. His appearance deteriorates, his eyes sunken and haunted by sleepless nights filled with terror. He spends his days researching ancient rituals and spells, desperate to find a way to appease Eleanor.